couple times, but not usually. So I usually have to do a minimum of 1 DTE, and I usually go really close to the money. And it's usually, somewhere around $400 a contract, right? On Friday, I was paying like 650, 680, 7 something.
It's high IV.
Yeah, yeah,
It's gonna open
exactly.
at fucking. It's gonna be over $1,000 tomorrow.
No, it probably. I'm serious. It probably will. If you do anything close to the money, put those puts will probably be close to a fucking G.
Yep, spy puts. Welcome to episode number 3 of AfterWhores, by the way.
Oh,
I'm Chief
beautiful.
Tapaho.
Oh, here we are.
I'm Chief Tapaho. We have Darren,
Yep. I'm Darren. Here I am.
Bob Dog,
What's up?
and New Fish Big Pond.
Hey.
Like Fat Albert.
Well, I mean, hey, you know what? Fat Albert, he sits on something that goes down just like the market.
It's very.
I hear it's bad out there.
And then waiting in the wings, we have StackMoney. Excited to introduce him, our first guest on the AfterWhores podcast. We were going to start by going over some questions that we had asked to us, but I don't know. You guys want to talk about what's going on in the market right now?
Yeah, we could do that first. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's appropriate.
PM. Yeah, it's 8:25 p.m. Market opened at what, 25 minutes ago, 8 o'clock, right?
Correct.
So shit's fucked.
Just to put it, yeah. I think we were just discussing that SPY's around like 482 or something like that, 42 and change right now.
It got down. It's back up to 486. It jumped up a little bit.
Okay.
We're at the
Bulls
bottom.
Are back, baby. Bulls are back.
V-shaped recovery right here.
This is it.
V-shaped recovery or overnight.
A broken clock is right twice a day. It's coming.
Oh man, it's coming. That's for sure.
It's not the only thing that's coming.
That's the thing.
Well, that ain't me.
That's the thing. For hope. That's the thing, guys. Is I've been seeing a lot of comments on After Hours on my posts and on other posts, and people are making their own posts that they're really getting scared, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them for getting scared. A lot of people are getting really, really scared, as you can see by the massive sell-off in the market. But I just want to remind people that markets come back. We've always had a market come back.
Is that what you're telling yourself?
That's what I'm telling myself right now. That's how I'm trying to get through this. And I'm gonna continue to DCA, and I'm just gonna wait for the recovery. And those that weather the storm are rewarded.
You got to look at it in the grand context, right? The grand scheme of things. What's the old fucking percent? I'll always say it because it's mind blowing. Including the Great Depression, historically, the market returns 10% annually, right? So including all the big drawdowns, all the crashes. You could say, "Oh, Google it." Don't do it on your phone.
No,
on your phone.
It's around an 8. Typically around an 8 to 10% return on the S&P by 500 if you just go.
All I see are just fucking amazing. RX is 388 a share. Remember when that thing was being shilled to oblivion? Palantir's $67 right now. Oh, okay. I got a better one. Here we go. Nvidia is $87. Like,
holy fuck.
I know the market's going down, but Jesus Christ, Nvidia 87 is like incredible. Yes, I mean, buy that shit and look in 3 years what that's going to be. Oh my god.
This opens up the a segue to like the first question that I would like to answer because I think it's a good one. There was a question in StackMoney's Discord server, the After Hours channel.
You mean the AfterWhores? You mean the AfterWhores channel?
AfterWhores, sorry. Liquid Estates. Is it too late for those invested to move their ports to cash? Yes. It's absolutely too late. Unless you want to take a fucking massive loss, you just relax, hold on to your shares, hold on to your tits, whatever you got to do. Tuck your dick. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's going to be all right. Things will come back. If you sell right now, you're just losing money for the sake of losing money. That's my opinion. I've never sold in a drawdown like this. I've only accumulated in a drawdown like this. And it's always worked out. Literally always. So that's my piece on it.
So I want to share a little story here for everyone to hear. Back in the 2008 crash, my dad was he had a colleague that got really, really freaked out by the crash, and he's looking at his retirement funds, and they were dwindling because of the market, and so he sold everything. Meanwhile, my dad kept his accounts, and he continued to DCA in normally, and then when he had extra money, he would buy a little bit extra as well. Well, a few months ago, my dad was talking with the same colleague, and this guy is now concerned that he may never be able to retire.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because he screwed himself so badly in the 2008 crash by selling and accepting such massive losses. So that's the way that I look at it. No matter how much it goes down right now, I need to look at the macro picture. I need to look at the bigger picture here. And I need to just remember, markets come back. Markets return.
They do. And they're actually worried that, I think, from what I read from some sort of, I think I read on After Hour, but somebody said that institutions may be worried that retail are going to start buying. Does that sound familiar? Full Porter Bus keeps saying inverse the news. I tend to agree with them. I think right now is a great buying opportunity.
I agree.
For retail investors.
You don't sell when it's bloody. You fucking buy when you got to be a shark in that fucking water, babe. You got to be a mob dog when a girl's on a rag. You know what I mean? You just get in there and you start fucking eating.
I wish I had more cash positions right now. I would just be buying. It's just crazy how this is going on right now. I think it's a huge overreaction.
It is. This market is freaking emotional. So emotional. and you know what? We may still go down a little bit longer.
We will.
That could happen. But yeah, I mean, if you zoom out, it's going to go back up. Everything's going to come back, and we're going to be okay.
That's right.
All right, everybody take a turn saying what you think the market bottom is going to be tomorrow. I'm going to go with 470.
For what, SPY?
For SPY, yeah.
For SPY.
I don't fucking know. If I had a crystal ball, man, I'd be making a lot of money.
So I'll go 471 then, Bob.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
if we were on the prices right, no, because 470 was actually a number that I've been looking at. No, you know what? Wait, for tomorrow. For
tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, okay, because I'm also looking at 463. But 470, I could see that. I mean, well, I'll go 465.
We have to call somebody for that? You all right?
I need a fucking light.
You try bending over to tie your shoes real quick or what?
I know you're older. I know that you're older, new fish, but you just had a stroke. We need to call somebody.
It's those damn edibles that get you every time.
All right.
Goddamn, they're so fun, bro. They're so fun.
What do you got?
I don't know. I think I'll be a retard bull here and say we've just hit it, because I'm just waiting on. We need one fucking catalyst from China that says like, hey, China. You know what? We're working on it. We're good. China, it's the best country. We just had the best deal, and then we go kaboom.
Dude, all it takes these days is a post on Truth Social.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. But,
that's all it takes.
But I think it was Friday night on Truth Social, Trump posted that he will never change his policies. And then Friday in the afternoon, I was reading that China is supposed to impose some sort of tariffs on U.S. goods beginning Sunday night.
One question I have is, these are reciprocal tariffs. So are they on top of tariffs we already have?
They're not though. That's the thing. They're not reciprocal tariffs. They're not at all.
Exactly.
That's what it said on the big board that we all know and love.
Yeah, but
No.
the way that they came up with those numbers, it was not
Check
a
my
correct
post.
method.
It was ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, hell yeah, doing the math for us.
We're taxing penguins. We're taxing penguins.
Dude, that shit's funny.
Taxing penguins.
They're gonna send us fucking fish,
fucking
half mutilated fish. Should scare you, new fish.
It
Piece
should
of
scare
shit
me.
penguins.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's good for me. Penguins will eat my ass.
Whoa.
Hey,
I also
whoa.
said that. All right. What Darren, I think you compile. Are we done with that question? We go with that? Stop selling?
Yeah, let's go on with the next question, all right? Ooh, this is an Elon question. All right, John says, will Elon deliver robots within the next 2 years? Or will it be like the electric semi or full AI cars? It never comes out, but he talks about it for 10 years, and the stock value still goes up.
Yeah, it sounds good. Keep talking about it. Stock keeps going up. Let's move on.
I don't think they're coming out in 2 years.
They're not.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
I work a lot in robotics, and we're nowhere close to that. Maybe he's further along, but even then, like it's kind of a pipe dream. Maybe 5 years, maybe 10. But yeah, we're not there yet.
Well, this is my next burning question. It's the same question. How far are we from sex robots?
They already exist. What do you mean?
That's probably the closest thing. That's your $1 billion idea.
AI sex robots, bro. You know, like holy shit.
That's population collapse right there. As soon as you get
it's a big
Fox look-alike.
Yeah,
it's a big problem.
Yeah.
I don't even need it to look good.
Chief just needs a hole in a heartbeat.
As long as there's functional holes and some kind of like it feels somewhat like skin, we're good.
Chief comes
sort
of
like
the bar,
self-cleaning.
They just throw a flashlight in it.
Oh, God. It's built. The flashlight's built in, Darren. Come on.
Well, no, you should be able to swap it out, like for different kinds.
As long as there's a 3-volt capacity, I don't care.
Oh man, and then you can whore them out. Like you wanna have sex with my robot.
Oh my God,
dude! Think of all the bucket lists that will be crossed out, man. Dude, it is a
fucking
genius.
Selfish when it comes to my holes, Darren. All right,
it's a genius idea. Genius. Thank you, John, for that question.
I'll sell my own holes for money, but not my goddamn.
All right. Did anybody else have anything else for that question?
I just wanted to back up Bob Dog. I mean, in all seriousness, Elon produces some products that are so far out there that are amazing, right? But at the same time, he also talks about his products and promises the delivery date way earlier than he can actually produce.
That's where he really fucks up, but it gets the investors pumped.
That's true, and at the same time, Tesla is also a meme stock in ways,
I suppose.
So, I mean, who knows? Who knows? What I would say is, if you have conviction in any stock, buy it while it's cheap. Especially if you have conviction in Tesla. If that's the stock you want to own, this is a great time to buy it.
I know. I want to buy a Leap so bad.
Fantastic time to buy it.
Yeah, I just feel like it needs. I don't know, man. How long is it going to take? Oh man,
I would advise against options right now for people. That's just my personal take. Yeah, you're safer with shares.
Yes.
Yes. Accumulate 100 Tesla shares.
Yes, the shares will come back. We're gonna be okay with shares. Options, you're gonna get fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I got Leaps. I'm starting to get a little worried, but it's only been like a week now, right?
Me personally, I'm pretty confident that Tesla will be in the mid 3s by the summer. That's just me personally.
That's probably fair.
Dude, if Elon announces sex robots, dude, like
Elon is supposedly
he just does a demonstration.
He's like, yeah. Oh, this is how you use it. Dude, by the way, South Park has so much material to go on. You see, they have a new season coming out. Oh, dude, they have so much to go on. What were you saying, New Fish? I'm sorry, I could talk about that for a while.
So Elon is supposedly leaving Doge and heading back to full time to his companies.
So
that
there's a law. There's a law, since he's not like technically a federal employee, that he can only work for 130 days under the administration.
Oh yeah.
And they're enforcing it.
Well, they would have to. I mean, they don't have to, I guess. I mean, they do whatever the fuck they want. Like, laws don't mean anything anymore.
Right,
So,
exactly. No, that's why I'm saying they're enforcing it. No, basically, so, I mean, Trump doesn't like the fact that Elon gets so much media because it takes a lot of face time away from Trump, and we all know that Trump loves a camera.
I think he loves the fall guy, too, though. And Elon's been getting beat the fuck up. And Elon looks like a confused child.
He was bullied. I read his books. I know he didn't really write them, but fans, I guess, ghostwriters, wrote about him. It's very interesting. I think you should learn more about him. But would I want to work for Elon? Probably not. No. I hear a lot of people have a bad time working with him.
Very demanding.
I'm on the fence though. I get it. But meeting all these deadlines and whatnot. And did you hear about production hell when that happened, when they were making all the Tesla Model 3s, and then COVID happened and they set up a facility outside and they just it's crazy. Wow. Yeah, it's in the book, man. It's in the book. I read about him because I'm interested. His life is so chaotic. I can't even imagine a schedule with him and all of his companies.
He's
just constantly on the move. Just
14 kids.
Just bringing all the carbon dioxide into the atmosphere on his plane. Just always on the move.
That's big though. That's a big thing that people should do more of, is read and learn and have knowledge. Don't just read fucking headlines and
Yeah. Learn about him, his life. Conviction.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
his kids.
More, it's deeper than surface level for everything in life, but all right, I think we covered that. Oh, go on.
Well, just one more thing.
Aaron, isn't Elon trying to take our Social Security?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Maybe try to do something else.
He is.
I mean, you guys are old.
Talk about it.
You guys are old. I'm not going to see it anyway. I already knew that.
No, yeah. Your generation's fucked.
All right.
Sorry, Gen Z.
I'm paying into some shit that I'm never going to see. But whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gen
none of
Z.
us are going to fucking see it, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, God.
That's why it's so bad. Crossed.
All right, let's keep it rolling. Next question.
That I know that was a 50-minute question. All right, anyway, so this is from After Hour Sentient Dildo.
Great name, by the way.
I was gonna try not to laugh.
The name gets me every time.
I love it. Yeah, it cracks me up.
It's gonna try not to laugh. It says,
"Can I use you?" That's all I think.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about your experience with me?
Oh God! All right. Tell us about the mistakes and the lessons that taught you to unfuck trades/research. So, tell us about the mistakes and the lessons that taught you to unfuck trades. Who wants to go first?
I will. So the trade that taught me the most was probably MicroStrategy in August of last year. I was in on it at $2.16 a share. It was going up in value and then started going down in value, and I started losing money on it. And then I looked and I saw that it was being shorted, and I didn't really understand that I should hold on to it because there will then be a squeeze most likely. And it did squeeze, but it didn't squeeze until after I sold at a loss and realized my loss. Whereas if I would have just held, I would have ended up making a lot of money because MicroStrategy ended up going to like 543 before it crashed. So I could have doubled my money, sold out at 100% profit, or at least shaved some profits off of what I had. but that was a good lesson for me to learn early on in my trading. Was if something's being shorted, hold on to it or buy more because it's going to come in your favor if it's a good company. And B, try not to sell at a loss. If it's a company you believe in, first of all, you should only be buying in companies that you have conviction in, which means that you believe in that company, and therefore don't sell at a loss. You know that you picked a good company, and you know that the stock will come back.
Facts. That's when I started learning about options. That's kind of like something like a channel that I found myself in, where I was like, I'd be reading other people's DD on shit, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense to me. Like, fuck it, why not? And it'd be a company I knew nothing about. And I would open positions, and next thing I know, they're in the fucking dirt, and I'm like, well, shit. Like, what do I do from here? So I started just opening option contracts specifically on companies that I do believe in or that I know about. And beyond that, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I'm still learning. So as far as like as far as unfucking trades, I fuck up entries more often than anything, and then I fuck up exits. And a lot of that has to do with my schedule, to be honest, because like I'll fall asleep during the
trading day.
During the market hours, where it was like if I was able to sit here and like watch, then I'd be able to get out. But a lot of that has to do with, would I get out if I was awake, or would I be greedy and would I just hold and hope for more? So there's a lot that goes into it. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it.
I got one that's pretty recent. So I think I bought like $300 worth of Icon. It's like a penny stock. It's kind of like what was that stock? Zim, like like the shipping stock company. Or whatever. Yeah, this is like a Greek. It was a Greek company. All right, so it was like shipping, trade, cool. And I bought like 3,000 shares or something like that of the stock, and like I bought it because it reached its 52-week low. So sometimes you can catch a short squeeze when that happens. Well, as you might guess, I did not catch a short squeeze, and it reverse split like 60 shares to 1 or some shit like that. So like reverse splits are not good.
That usually means a company's trying to stay listed on their exchange.
Exactly. They're trying to stay above that $1 mark to meet NASDAQ compliance. So, so I just ended up selling for a loss. I probably lost about 150 on that trade. Nothing too crazy. I know, right? Peanuts. But I was hoping to catch like a short squeeze, and it did not happen. And so now I'm telling you guys about it.
Those are cheap lessons, man. 150 is not bad.
Yeah.
I lost fucking 30. I lost like $3,000 on an SMCI call that I kept tripling down on. That was fucking stupid. And I sold. It's funny because it was dropping, and I sold the puts to buy more calls because I was so convinced for no reason other than my own conviction.
Yeah.
Which was misguided.
Yeah,
I had no reason to believe in what I believe in.
I think the DCA into options is just a really dangerous business. I mean, sometimes you can get lucky, but I've gotten burned way more than coming out of it even.
Same.
I think it's a dangerous one to play. And I think Chief, like similar to you, like I saw this dude post on Reddit about future fuel back in December, and he was like, there's going to be this new tax thing that comes out January 2nd. He's like, buy in now. It's going to skyrocket. So I was like, all right, this is going to make me rich. So I bought $500 worth of options on this thing. And the news came January 2nd. It went up like 5%, which didn't even put it like in the money for me. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll try to sell it. I couldn't even sell this bitch.
Oh no.
Couldn't even sell the option. There were zero buyers. And it was one of those where it was below like $5 a share. So the options contracts are in like 5-cent increments. Fuck. So I'm like, I was trying to sell. I did it for 3 months straight. I put a sell order for 5 cents every day. It expired. It ended up losing the whole $500. So,
dude.
I mean, relative like for port size. I mean, it's a lesson learned. It's a tuition into the market. But
you took a chance, it didn't work.
Yeah, but
and you learn.
You got to do your DD. You got to do it.
Yeah, and that's another big thing too, is checking like the options chain to see what the liquidity looks like and what the volume looks like. Like, okay, great. If I buy this and it does what I think it's going to do, awesome. Are there going to be people on the other side that are going to want to buy it? Because everything's supply and demand. That's just life.
Yeah.
And if there's no demand, then like, what the fuck am I supplying?
Exactly.
I'm just holding bags. But
yeah, thanks for that question, Sentient Dildo. That was a good one.
You just
are
wanted
sentient.
to say Sentient Dildo again.
I could tell.
This next one is from Theron. He says, do you guys do any kind of fancy option spreads, and in what kind of conditions do you deploy them?
I could answer that question right off the bat. The only thing I spread are ass cheeks. No, but seriously.
Nasty man.
Oh, you bad boy.
You bad boy.
No, seriously. Option spreads, yeah, very smart. So what they do, and like, again, I'm as transparent as they come. I hope people realize that. I started learning about options in October and trading them in November of last year. I know about spreads, and they are a beautiful thing, especially for capital preservation and, risk management. I am not at the point where I'm making big enough trades to where I feel big enough options trades to where I feel that I need to implement a spread. I don't need to protect from downside risk. If I lose what I lose, it is what it is type deal. It's never a big enough part of my port. So no, I haven't done any spreads.
Yeah, I want to answer that too. No.
I get the purpose of them, and they are important. And if I was managing $1 million port, then I would definitely be doing that, because
but
I want to capture maximum upside. I want to
ride the stock. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I do not do spreads. I just do, simple long calls or long puts.
And Bob,
sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. I've done a bit of them. It's really weird if you're using Robinhood though too. Like the price stayed the same of the underlying stock, and I still somehow made like 30% on one. Like, it's really strange. I don't know. This may be where we have a good guest or somebody to talk through spreads, because like Warren Buffett's posted, the fake one, has posted some
not the real one
spreads, and
the real one
on After Hour, and there's some people on there I think can probably talk more intelligently to it, but yeah, a little fancy for my taste.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet.
I'm good with just I'm just good with like a steak. I don't need like all this escargot and.
I love escargot, man.
Oh, it's butter, good, but I don't need it.
It's delicious.
Hey, a good compound butter on top of a steak is all the spread that I fucking need.
Just go
man. This next one, this next one's from Novus on After Hours. She says, "Are we the very definition of broadcasters?"
I don't know exactly what that means.
Broadcasters. I love it.
I'm not sure what that means.
Who was that? What user was that?
Novus.
Novus? Novus?
Yes.
All right, sweet. Novus, thank you so much.
I'm going to see what's on Urban Dictionary. A broadcaster. I'm trying to look it up.
Sounds derogatory.
Oh, absolutely it does. And I feel like it's perfect for AfterWhores.
Perfect.
But we're not though. We're trying to provide value as we learn it.
Absolutely.
And we're still learning. So
basically to truly answer this question, our idea, our vision for this is basically what you can imagine, a couple of guys getting together, just sitting around shooting the shit, having a couple of beers, talking about stocks.
It's the whole purpose is like it's inclusionary of everybody, right? Like, you don't need to be a certain demographic, you don't need a certain background, you don't need to wear a fucking suit every day to be in the stock market, right? You can say fuck and you can say shit and you can talk about sex robots and sentient dildos and be fine with
it.
Yeah. Right? And spreading ass cheeks.
Spreading ass cheeks, yeah. But that's the whole point of it. It's not it's not to be a bro style show. It's just like it's not. This is not segmented. This is not. There's not a fucking wall that you're running into if you want to get involved. You shouldn't be intimidated by the stock market. You should just learn about it. You should do your research. You should read. You should look at it historically. Like
you're here.
we can all do this. We can all do this. We all have the capability to do this. We have a fucking supercomputer in our pocket every day on our phone.
Grok.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's AI. Yeah.
I don't know if the
critical thinking is
broadcast.
important.
I don't even like men. Like men are fucking stinky and hairy and shit. Like
they're gross, dude.
Like
they're
we're
gross.
not discriminating here.
Oh, dude, you should see my back. There's so much hair. It's ridiculous.
You should probably share it on After Hour.
Tell you what, when I reach 20,000 followers, I'll share a picture of my hairy back.
All right, mods.
Hey, make it happen. All right, this next one is from.
Hang on.
Sorry?
Hang on. I just wanted to put out there, I keep the top clean, but I do use dry shampoo for the sack, bro. Go on.
Hey. I never thought of that one.
I just use that Dr. Bronner's all over.
You got to use a brush, man. It really fluffs it up. You know what I mean?
Brush.
Yeah, I don't use any sort of special shampoo or cream. I just let whatever drizzles from my head.
I wash my legs every day. It drips down my body.
yeah, that's me. I don't use a loofah. Does anybody else use a loofah?
No, I use my hand.
Yeah, I use my hands. I'm a man.
I'm a grown man.
Grown man, I use my hands.
It's like people say, like, oh, you didn't, like, I take a piss, right? You didn't wash your hands after you pissed? Bro, I've been on this earth for 31 years. I could take a piss without touching my fucking dick. Like,
100%.
You know what I mean? It's just stupid. It's just stupid. Come on.
Oh, you do it that way?
I just got to tell you, I just had to walk into my my bedroom where my wife is, and she heard that little story. She just goes, "You all are nasty."
Nasty boy.
Yeah, and that goes back to men are gross.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
I'm clean though. All right. Soulless Seduction said, why is it called the New York Texas Stock Exchange and not just TSE?
Yeah, I saw that, and that's a really good question. And
they should probably just change that up before it starts, right?
I wish I knew. Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
That's so stupid that's a thing.
I didn't even know it was a thing. I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, it's opening real soon, and the first stock traded, I think, is going to be like DJT or something like that.
Yeah,
that's correct. DJT will be the first stock to be traded on the Texas New York Stock Exchange.
I don't know why they're opening that. I have no idea.
Because Texas needs a stock exchange too.
All right, so short DJT. Got it.
For real, right? And Stonkabonk says, if someone said they would give you $1,000, but you could only keep it if you could turn it to $10 in 3 months, what's your play?
I'll just do an option that I would do off my gut. That'd be money.
We could do a little specific here, right? Like you said.
Hang on, there's a serious question, right? That Tron asked before that, right? If someone offered to give you $100,000.
That's my next question. Yeah, I was going to flip it.
This was a play off that one, right? Okay.
It's a play off of that one, yeah.
It was obviously a joke, right?
Well, I mean, it's totally possible. But the thing is turning it to 10 and not 0. That's the thing. That's the hard part. They could definitely do that in less than 3.
Yeah, just deposit $10 after it expires.
Exactly.
I think that'd be hard to do. Yeah, so in Tron's the same thing, but he says, what would you invest in if you could if someone gave you $100,000 and you had to turn it, and then you have to turn it to $1 million in 3 months and you get to keep it. So, what would be your play?
You have to 10x in 3 months?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know who can fucking do that? This is the fucking Wall Street Dragon. We'll fucking do that. So
just follow along.
So I mean, what's the strategy? You're gonna have to like full pour it into like single trades, and probably not options. But I bet if you do like quick math, if you could get like 10% return a week, you could probably do that. So like, really hot stocks, do cover calls on them. I pretty much fucking throw it at a dartboard right now. Any of this shit is if we had a recovery. I mean, literally,
of this shit,
anything.
Like, agreed.
Maybe like a TQQQ or something too would kind of amplify everything. Assuming we had a recovery.
Bro, just based on what's going on, I would honestly just, if you gave me $100 grand right now, I would just buy $100,000 worth of MSTR because the fucking IV is so high, the premiums are so high, and I would just try working a covered call fucking strategy going forward. And I would just stack money, buy shares, stack money, buy shares, and maybe even divest the premium earnings. Let them expire worthless if they get called. Cool. It's going to be higher than I sold it at, right? I'm keeping the premium anyway.
Yeah, I would watch a stock. Like, remember how PLTR went to like 110, or 120, and then dropped. I'd try to find a stock like that and buy calls on them in the money. And 100K, and I would, and it goes up like what 5 or 10 points. And
about some money,
yeah, but you have to find a stock that's like actively doing that, and it's hard to say if they'll keep, going on that trail. So that is it for the questions. So those are really good questions. Oh, yeah.
You're like, that's it for now.
Nope, you cannot.
Well, that's the questions. Our answers are not completed.
There we go. So if I had to do it, man, I would probably trade SPY. That's what I would do, with very tight stop losses. I think that's like really, really tight. We're talking like virgin tight stop loss.
Oh, fuck.
So I think that's really the best way, or the best way to do it right now in this market, because we don't know when the market's coming back. Right?
Would you do calls or puts?
I have to look at the charts and see what's going on.
Yeah.
You got to let the charts lead your way. You got to trade what the market gives you. So
that's a beautiful take. Yeah.
I'll do calls and puts in the same day. Just got to trade the trend. But it all depends on the chart.
I will say, New Fish, you had me at real tight and you lost me at virgin. I swore off virgins when I was 17.
You don't want to be a teacher.
I don't want that baggage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had it before. It's like, I'm a quick learner.
You're not looking for that cling wrap, huh?
He won't be the one.
But I will be one.
He'll be one, but not the one.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for those questions. They were awesome. That was fun. Next, we'd like to add StackMoney to the stage so he can introduce himself, talk about his Discord channel, and we will go from there.
StackMoney.
StackMoney. Can you hear us?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, StackMoney. Welcome to
AfterWhores. Nice to finally be up here with you guys.
Yes, sir.
Nice to have you here.
Tell us about yourself, man.
Well, my name is StackMoney. I've been trading for over 5 years now. I found out about After Hours a while ago, and I've just been loving the environment, the community. I've been given free signals and pre-market analysis, and just from some of the feedback I was getting, I decided to make a Discord group so I could start sharing some of my signals. Because at one point I was just sharing my signals in the SPY chat, but I noticed that there was like a difference in the culture of what I was bringing and what was already there. Most people, they like to kind of gamble or have like a easy, fun going time trading. Me, I wanted to bring more of the risk management side to After Hours, and just keep that on top of people's mind that trading is a dangerous sport, kind of like, and if you don't,
especially now.
Yeah,
especially now.
And if you don't use proper risk management on every trade, you're pretty much gonna get burned. And I've seen a lot of people getting burned live, and that's what helped me get started and bringing the stack money trader mentality to the community.
I like that, man. It currently burns when I pee, so
Yeah. Not proper risk management over here either.
Right.
Oh man. No, I really liked what you had to say, bro. That's really great, and I agree with everything that you said there, man. Risk management's very important, especially in a time like this.
Yeah, it came from the heart. I really felt that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our main goal is to really help traders make consistent profits trading safely, you know. And on the platform, on the Discord, you could ask any other trader questions. It's like a very give and take community. You could tune in for my daily scalping. I have swing signals. My swing signals just from Thursday to Friday were up over 1,200% in just 2 days.
Well, think about it, guys. They were in puts.
And I do pre-market analysis. I give levels out, and my levels hit. Like, my levels are very accurate. That's one thing you could ask any one of my members. They'll tell you my levels hit, and I actually give a theoretical price, which is a price in which we know that the price action is going to touch within some point of the day, and it usually does hit.
Now let me ask you, StackMoney.
I know. I have a question too.
Yeah, I do too.
Whoa. Time out.
You're first.
StackMoney, do you only give those signals on your Discord, or do you also give them on the After Hour app? On the
After Hours app, I try to share some of my swing signals and the pre-market analysis. The scalping signals are more fast paced, and I wouldn't want to give a delayed signal out. So that's why I just strictly do that on the Discord.
I completely get that one, man.
Yeah.
If you're trading, SPY or QQQ, that can go very, very quickly, you know.
Very quick, yeah, for sure.
Can you say your what's your After Hour username again, StackMoney?
StackMoney.
StackMoney.
At StackMoney on After Hours. So everyone listen and follow, please. Look forward to those signals pre-market and during.
I have a question because he does signals. So at what moment did you realize to go into puts last week?
Well, my swing signals are intraday. So towards the end of the day, around 3:45, I start doing my swing analysis. And just based off of that, I have a custom made software. My premium traders, because we have the premium tier as well, it's $10 if you want my personal support. I'll give you dedicated support, and it's $100 if you want to trade with me daily. So that,
is that a month or is it?
That's a month.
Lifetime. Okay.
That's a month for that service. And if you're gonna sign up for the subscription tier, I suggest you use your browser, because Apple charges a 30% fee if you subscribe in the app.
Yeah.
Yes, they completely screw people. I mean,
they tariff that shit.
Hey, Stack.
That's
it all comes back together.
They deserve their price dropping. Hey, Stack, I got a question for you too. So, I've done some of the intraday like scalping, and I mean, I've noticed you've got to be fast as shit to do that, because the price, I mean, it will change a few cents, and that changes your profit. I mean, you can go from losing money to making money, and then back down to losing within just a few seconds. So, like, what platform are you using, and like, how do you move so like quickly to do that?
Well, I trade options and futures, so I use several platforms. I use Thinkorswim, I use TradeStation. I also use TopStep X when I'm dealing with my futures trading. The way I deal with it is there's a method to the madness. We also offer a plethora of free resources on the Discord where users could just learn up about my trading methodology, as well as they could learn more about the mentality of a stacker. What we do, we basically plan our trades pre-market. We look for gaps, and we follow the price action. And once we have a high conviction trade, we strike. And once we strike, we usually hit our target. And what I like to do is I give out signals like, hey, this is a area to trim or take a safe exit. So I like my traders to scale out. We don't just sit there like sitting ducks and just let the price action go against us.
Right.
We actually scale out and we scale in, and we pretty much have a real cagey type of trading play, where we protect the equity.
It sounds like Chief at the bar. Like he finds his target and he strikes. His wingman,
exactly.
Scaling out. Exactly.
Yeah. Right. So Stack, the methodology, right? So you would say you're more akin to like a sniper than a fucking shotgun blast.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, we're like hitmen.
We freaking sees it coming.
Get out clean
before you do.
Exactly. Come in, you just go in and you pull out, and you're fucking. Next thing you know, your dick's still clean. Yeah, that's wild. I can't remember the last time that happened. But
it's called the sniper.
Yeah, I'm just a shotgun. You know, you ever see a soup can?
Just spraying everywhere.
Fucking super soaker over here.
You're just hoping for the best, but prepared for the worst.
Oh shit! Yo, Stack, I got a question for you, bro.
Yes, sir.
What sort of analysis do you do? Like technical analysis, like charting, or do you do like quant data? Like how do you get your levels and all that?
I pretty much do technical analysis. I also consider different events like indicators, like whether there's PMI, whether Trump is talking, whether there's any.
That's 100% true.
Whether there's any like major earnings happening. So I consider all of those things that could contribute to like high spikes in volatility throughout the day. And I pair that with my technical analysis, my levels, and we go for that.
Nice.
Beautiful,
Nice, man.
How'd you how you said you started trading a little over 5 years ago? How'd you get into trading, like active trading? Were you in the market before that?
Actually, no, but I was always interested in investing and trading in the stock market. I think it was pre-COVID or around COVID. One of my close friends, they got into trading. They literally told me, "Hey, go to Thinkorswim." Back then, it was TD Ameritrade.
Yep.
And they helped me sign up, and they showed me what options were, and from there, it was over. I was addicted.
You just couldn't get enough, yeah. You just
He's like, I just made money. I'm gonna just do it again.
Right.
I feel like that's pretty rare.
You don't know it's not that easy.
Most people,
it's not that easy.
It's
no,
not that easy. People think it's that easy, and that's where they fuck up.
Yeah,
you're like, I think the stock is going up, and then you buy a call, and it goes up. You know, you make some money, and you're like, that was easy. I'm gonna do it again, and then it goes down. You lose money. You're like, oh,
it's free.
Stack money. I will say like that adds on to the point that I always try to convey to people, like that join the after hour community, and then they bitch about losing trades because of following signals, right? Like you're not following signals. You were invested. You were trying to learn. You immersed yourself in this shit, right? That's what it sounds like anyway. You had to get in there deep, right? You had to spread them fucking cheeks and really dig in, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get a real taste for it. Understand what's going on. I wanted to know what the fucking market ate for dinner last night. You know what I mean? One of those type of things.
Oh, God.
It's not like you're sitting here waiting for someone to tell you what to do and then you just blindly follow it. You were building your own plan based on the knowledge that you were absorbing.
Definitely. So when I got to after hours, I got to compare my mentality with others, and that's what really shaped me.
I love it.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you saw a lot of gambling. You saw a lot of gambling, like you said. You wanted to make it more, you know,
degenerate activities.
Stack Money, I got a question. Do you have any conspiracy theories?
Oh God.
Well, just give us one if you have one. I want to hear it.
Well, one of my guys on the Discord, he mentioned that the market crash is a ploy to get us under, I guess, military control. So a new
This is
regime
going
will
yeah.
take over America.
good. He's laughing about it as he says it. So he
Yeah,
thinks
He's gonna make
that
money the whole way down
Scary.
too.
it's a way to get martial law going on in America.
So listen, we're gonna make the streets great again. Everything's gonna be fine. America's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna be the world power again, even though we just
No more
were, but now we're not
democracy.
anymore.
I will say that the economy has not always matched the stock market. The stock market always feel like it's been performing better than the actual economy. Would you agree with that?
Well, they're not the same thing. So yeah.
Right. What Bob Nugg said, yeah.
They're not the same
That's
thing.
not
so,
that's
yeah.
not how it works. That's not how
No,
it
the
works.
stock market and the
That's not how any
economy
of this
are
It's
two
surely some
completely
confluence
separate things.
between the two, because as we can see now, based on what's going on in the economy, a lot of people are taking their money out of the stock market, whereas usually it'll be 74% of all money would be invested in the stock markets. I think it's shrinking right now.
Yeah, people
Yes,
are going to start burying like cash in their backyard. I can see it already.
we have to remember too, though, this is the highest level of retail investment that's been in the stock market ever. So
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of like, which is good. It's a good thing. People should be invested in the stock market, right? The thing that people don't see or acknowledge or want to acknowledge is all the institutional manipulation of what goes on in the market.
Exactly.
Like there can be forced sell-offs just to try to liquidate people in positions, you know,
The
short
stop
positions,
losses.
whatever.
How about
Exactly.
today on fucking
Right.
Bitcoin today?
Right.
Yeah. If you
Exactly.
yeah, and then every night, usually around 4:30, MicroStrategy, they do a liquidity sweep. They go down low and they go up high, and they try to get anybody that has a stop loss in a range that they want to buy at.
Dude, it is
It just
wild.
sounds illegal.
No, dude,
It's not though. It's not.
Yeah, it's
I
completely
was
illegal.
just
It's
in
harsh.
Europe last
All
week
of the
and watching this shit every day, like at 4 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Like shit just keeps happening.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
yeah.
It's manipulation to the and that's why I try to tell people don't fucking sell. Like this is all manipulation. And yes, there's could be a recession looming. The
It's
global economy
reaction.
it just got fucked in the ass, right? Because
Yes.
the guy in charge of fucking whatever. No, I digress. But all this shit's happening. At the end of the day, you're going to be fine if you just fucking hold your position. Don't sell at a loss for the sake of selling at a loss because you want to preserve your cash. You're going to lose in the long run. And I'm not talking long run like 20 years. I'm talking long run like 1 to 2 years.
Yeah. If you just stay in until the market comes back, you're going to be fine. Markets out there are going to do one of two things. It's going to get completely decimated to oblivion and not exist anymore, or it's going to come back. One of the two.
It's going to do one of two things. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
If it goes to oblivion, it doesn't matter if you have cash anyway. It's gonna be fucking worthless. So
Exactly.
Right.
so what happened to the market?
Buy
Exactly.
Bitcoin.
So at that point, you either have you have Bitcoin or you have gold. It's a lot easier to travel with Bitcoin than it is with gold.
It's hard for people to understand. How do you feel
Yeah, I
about
believe it's
Bitcoin,
a
StackMoney?
generational event. It's one of the greatest times ever to get into the market and position yourself for the long term.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. These
And
are
also, I
discounts that
might
we will
add,
never see.
of course. Also, I might add that if you can learn how to trade, or if you can weather trading in a market like we're in, and that we're going to see very, very soon, man, you're going to be ready for any market. And when a bull market comes back, boy, you are just going to be raking it in.
100%.
100%. I agree.
This could be 2008 2.0, you know?
It's exactly what I'm looking at.
Well, no. So but there's a big difference.
But
08 was legit. 08, like an entire sector, the real estate market crashed. Like that was a legit. Like this, there's no fundamentals that have actually like have crashed or anything. Like this is all just we're hyped up about tariffs. And you know what? We've had some tariffs get released. I mean, they're not even live yet, by the way. And
the 9th, right? April 9th?
Whatever it is, it keeps fucking changing.
April 10th.
But like, we still haven't seen how those even impact the economy of the market, like actually impact it. And I know they will, but they're gonna we're gonna work out deals. This is the art of the deal, Chief.
That's why I tell you this week is gonna be big, because by the time we get through the week, things are gonna fucking change. It's not gonna be this way.
I think we've got a V shape coming like we've never seen before. It's gonna be the greatest V shape.
Ooh.
It's gonna come so hard all over all of us. As long as you stay in the market. If you want to come on, you stay in the market.
Yeah, a StackMoney. So if that V shape is coming, what will give you the idea that that's happening? Like a 20-point rise, within an hour or something? Like, would that be something that you look for?
20-point rise in an hour and set off a circuit breaker.
I mean, at these levels, what I would look at is just my different points of confluence on the charts. So if we could rally above a certain level, then I would start thinking more bullish. But right now, it seems like we're just plummeting lower and lower beneath those levels of confluence on the charts.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Like the correlation to the cost of the tariffs, over 10 years doesn't really match up to what we're seeing right now. Like, would you agree with that?
Say again.
Can you repeat that?
Okay, so the amount that the stock market has dropped doesn't really reflect off of the tariffs that were installed, like the liquidity.
I think it's more based off of like we said, there's a lot of retail investors, so it's a lot of fear in the market. So right now we're seeing a shock, and it's not really a perfect reflection of what's really going on with the tariffs. I think it's just more so trader sentiment and fear.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're too high. We need to start selling, so they just sell off. Happens,
and that's the narrative that's being pushed right now. So it's only making things worse.
I mean, people get nervous, right? It's human nature. We're emotional creatures, and that's why I always try to tell people, like, don't be emotional over your investments. Like, if you're in a position, you're in it for a reason. I would hope you at least have some conviction in the spot that you're in.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully people that listen to us, hopefully we're saving them a lot of money just by listening.
Yeah,
you're like, oh yeah, tomorrow I was gonna just sell everything, but then I listened to the AfterWhores.
It's a loss when you realize it, right? It's not a loss until you realize.
I mean,
it, so
all this is gonna take is literally if Trump and President Xi come to a deal, then this shit is over, and we're gonna then we actually go back to fundamentals, and you know what? We still may get a recession because of jobs and inflation. That's like legit, but this tariff bullshit goes away with that.
It's gonna be blasted up because, I told you guys know how I feel about it. This isn't the first fucking go around for the president, right? This is his second fucking term. He's doing the same thing he did the first time. This time, countries are like, well, what are you gonna do about it? They're not just gonna be bullied around. They're gonna fucking answer back, and I think it's gonna result in the U.S. walking back tariffs. And it'll be spun as a win either way. I guarantee it, because that's the way it works. But I don't think it's going to be as the last two times we introduced tariffs like this. What, they're 100 years apart, right? Everyone saw the GIF or the meme or whatever.
Yeah,
1825, fucking, and then the one that precluded the Great Depression. You just tank everything. You don't gain anything from it. Do people actually think that in 4 years that this man is president, that we are going to fucking revitalize the manufacturing facilities in America? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Do you not understand? Doesn't want to work. You guys don't want to fucking. You're not gonna be on this. People want
to be TikTok stars. People want to do TikTok and YouTube. Where consumption?
You want to make podcasts?
Yeah.
Do you not exactly?
Also,
hey,
how about
Bob Dog? By the way, I work in a manufacturing facility, but I digress.
Yeah, but are you making Nikes?
Guys, guys, you got to think about this, right? in a lot of places, you got a $15 an hour minimum wage, right? So let's just use that as our base pay in this scenario, right? Let's say you're Nike and you're making shoes in Vietnam and you're paying those people fucking 65 cents an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you're making money, you're making shoes over here, paying people $15 an hour, plus you're paying federal taxes and you're paying benefits for them, right? Well, your Nikes are now going from fucking 200 up to 300 or 350 eventually.
Is that how much they cost these days?
Jordans are like 200, yeah.
Do you guys know how many companies move their manufacturing out of fucking China into places like Vietnam in order to avoid tariffs like that?
Yeah.
And now they're getting raped in the fucking ass. Like, do people think this is going to be good for the consumer?
Well, that may be happening more than because Vietnam is going to go zero tariff.
That's correct.
It's gonna. Yeah. I mean, the businesses are going to still make fucking money. I can tell you right now, they're going to figure out how to make money and be profitable.
It doesn't. They're going to charge more.
They could do that. Whatever makes them profitable, they'll do that. But the market then is good.
And the prices the consumer the prices that the consumer pays will not go down after everything gets evened out either. You know, if you look at any time there's a price increase and then whatever reason the price went up.
It's the new price.
Yeah, that's the new price because the consumer's already used to paying it. So
look at the housing market, right? Why did the housing market get so fucking expensive over the last 4 years since COVID, or 5 years, whatever?
Yeah, exactly.
Has it stabilized? Has it gone down? No. Is it going to? No, it's the new norm.
Mm-hmm.
People are used to it.
Might go up with tariffs if they stay on, but that's a different question.
I just hope that they all come to the negotiation table, just like, all right, we want, and just like kind of just work with the percentages of all the tariffs. So that's what I think.
You mean?
Yeah, the percentages of the reciprocal or whatever, and just come to a deal.
The actual percentages of the tariffs. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
not like the made up numbers. Yeah.
Well, because how they're like, charging, their tariffs are so high against us, so it's just.
Who's?
I think it's just a tactical thing.
Who's?
Other countries like China.
The penguins?
How are they? Do you know what China's tariffs are?
The 63%?
Like 5. No, it's actually 5%, isn't it?
It was 7.5%, and then it got brought up to 20.74%, I believe, in Trump's first fucking term because he wanted to start a trade war. If you guys don't remember, it was 2018
I remember
that happened. And so they didn't drop their tariffs because we didn't drop ours, right? And then Trump came in and they said, "Oh, China is fucking 64%," and then dropped it to 35 or 30, whatever the fuck it was. 68% dropped to 34%. That's not the actual fucking tariff rate. They're still charging us under 21% tariffs. And then we said, "Oh, 34% based on a trade deficit," which isn't the fucking way it works. This is just economics and accounting. Yeah. It's so fucking stupid and so manipulative the way that the government's trying to push this. And people are just like, "How high do you want me to jump, Trump? How high do you want me to jump?" It's fucking dumb. Just look into shit. Read about it.
So my view on this crash is that it's manufactured by Trump so that the ultra wealthy can buy stock on the cheap after retail is scared out, and then everyone else, or then then the ultra wealthy will make even more money. There's such a wealth disparity in this country, and the wealth gap is only going to get larger. This is one of the ways that the wealth gap gets larger.
Is this our Boston Tea Party?
They're going to buy the dip?
New York Stock Exchange Tea Party?
Yeah.
The Texas New York Stock Exchange.
Texas New York Stock Exchange. We'll be buying shares in TQQQ or TXQQQ.
That'd be fun.
Oh, jeez. What do you think, StackMoney? How do you feel about the macroeconomic environment?
I think it's good for intraday traders, but not so good for long-term positional traders.
You're capitalized.
We love the volatility.
Yeah. Fuck.
As Michael Saylor says, volatility is vitality.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Well,
StackMoney, what's your Discord channel?
StackMoney Traders. You can type in discord.gg/StackMoney.
Beautiful.
And it's also on your profile on After Hour, right?
Yep, it's on the chain icon link on my profile.
StackMoney.
StackMoney. Love it. Love it. All right, StackMoney. Appreciate you joining us, man. And also, I think I speak for all of us. We really appreciate the section that you carved out on your Discord channel for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, thank you very much for that, man. We appreciate it. It's very cool.
Anytime. I love to be a guest anytime again in the future, and I appreciate all of your support here and many blessings going forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us, bro.
I feel blessed.
I'm already, yeah. Oh God, I feel like I sneezed.
Just rained above me in the light.
So I have a question here. New fish.
Yo.
You talked about your hairy back. Have you ever shaved that? Have you ever shaved that thing?
Have I ever shaved it?
Yeah.
No, and you know why, bro? Because if you shave, right, you got to constantly do that. You got to constantly shave, or it's gonna grow back in, and it's gonna be itchy, right? Like if you ever had an operation somewhere where they had to shave you, when your hair grows back in, it's itchy as fuck. Dude, there's areas of my back I can't fucking shave. How the fuck? I'm gonna give a razor to my wife every fucking Monday. Honey, it's Monday at 8:30. Can you shave my back?
Is it that often? Every week?
Dude, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking
It'd
do
probably
it,
get
man.
itchy, yeah.
Scary as fuck. I was thinking the other day, I was like, maybe I should get my back waxed.
Yeah, maybe you could do that on your cruise.
I might, dude. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. So yeah,
do
man.
It.
So I'm leaving. I leave for my cruise tomorrow. My plane leaves at 7 a.m. or 7:25. It lands at 10:05. I'm gonna miss opening bell for puts on SPY. Oh man, I tell you what, I will be buying a put as soon as I get off that plane.
Now that I know your plane tactics, I'm gonna dox your ass so hard. I'm gonna be at the airport. I'm gonna be waiting for you. I'm gonna be like, "You want to trade, fish? What you Where's the signal, fish? Where's the signal?"
Bro, I definitely bought the upgraded internet package on the cruise ship. I was like, I'm bringing my laptop. I'm trying to fucking trade from the cruise. This is gonna be dope.
You gotta get that on the plane too. Although it's the internet sucks. It's so slow, but you can get
I thought
on
they're
there.
switching to Starlink, right?
On the cruise, I know they have Starlink. MPH Finance, he gave me a heads up on that. He was like, bro, he was like, I'll tell you exactly where the Starlink satellites are. I'm like, dude, you're fucking awesome, man. That's great.
That's
Love that
Finance. I call him Finance.
Finance. I call him MPH Finance. I don't know.
Finance.
He's going to be a guest sometime, right?
Yeah, MPH is MP. So yeah, I can't say enough good things about MPH, and I can't wait to get him on here.
Yeah,
he's actually. Yeah. I don't want to speak out of place, but MPH is revitalizing his Twitch channel, and he's planning on having live streams where he dissects trades and has people on and says, this is where this went wrong, this is where you could have did better. And he wants to also
you can always just say that though.
He also wants to live stream, I think. What's that?
So you can always just say that after the fact though, yeah, this is where you went wrong, where it went down.
Well, no, this is what you could have done differently.
No, I'm just playing. I'm sure it's interesting, but I'm just saying, like after the fact, of course.
And actual live streaming on, how I believe he has funded accounts now that he's working on.
Yeah,
I don't want to speak for the man once again, but he, I think he wants to show how he trades real time and how you can too, and what you should look for and things like that. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait to have him on.
The dude's real cool, man. He wants to share the knowledge that he has. He and he's got a lot of it, man. He's a lot good guy. Of it. He's a very good guy.
So much fucking knowledge.
I would like to have X52X on.
Oh man, that would be a blessing, dude.
Yeah,
I've been trying.
We know.
But yeah, X52X. If you're listening, bro, you've got an open invitation. You're welcome
He knows.
anytime.
He knows. He knows. Long would be a great one too.
Oh, Long was here to bring his dick on this show anytime he wants.
Yeah, we'll turn the camera on for that one. that'll be the backdrop.
that'd be his thumbnail. This is a dick.
If it's small, get inputs. If it's large, you get calls.
That's right.
Yeah, we know how it's done.
The fucking long
boys.
indicator.
Do we have anything else that we want to talk about on this show, or are we good to wrap it up?
I just want to remind people: be greedy when people are fearful. Be fearful when people are greedy.
Oh,
don't sell your ports. Hold.
Please don't. Please
Yep.
don't.
We gotta
continue to make good buys and companies you believe in. You know, take advantage of these dips. You know,
don't be scared by it.
No, don't be scared. Take advantage. Let this give you let this give you life, man.
Let it turn you on. Get a fucking hard on for it.
Right. Let this fucking energize you. Let this energize you.
When's the last time you saw these stocks at these prices and you're like, oh, I want to buy it when it's fucking $50 higher a share. Right. And now you're like, oh, I'm scared to buy it now because it's $50 less a share.
Everybody wants Nvidia at 135, but they don't want to pay 135. You guys have Nvidia at 87 now.
87.
That's a gift. I bought it at 94 on Friday. It's 87 now. You've been given a gift. Take advantage of it. I got it at
116 and I thought I was fucking raping the market.
Right.
God damn it, I did rape again.
There you go. You almost went without it.
Almost.
All right, I got a few things for the next episode. I want to talk about the Universe 25 experiment. I want to talk about Alex Jones and his possible replacement, and maybe about American History Month. So we'll see.
What are we fucking? We're a fucking school now.
Yeah, we'll work on that under the hood.
It's okay. I have them just jotted down as ideas. So that's what I got.
I could just mute your mic, so it's fine.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Well, seeing how we've got to wrap it up, and that's something I definitely don't do. Definitely prefer raw, but I'll give my advice. I think it's similar to New Fish, but maybe a little more explicit. And it's just be retarded when others are gay. It's the same damn thing. Right now, everybody's being fucking. They're scared. Go be retarded. Like it's okay right now. Go buy the shit you want to buy.
Yeah.
And I mean that with all love too, by the way.
So, of course.
Sorry if anybody's offended.
That's Fish and I talked about that at the end of the last episode because I was like, do you want to say his quote, like your quote, Bob Dog? Because like it's accurate. And he's like, nah. And I'm like, I was like,
no, I'll leave that.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to either. That's its quote. And then you said it, and it's goddamn right. And I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right, boys.
Here.
It's been fun.
This has been a great episode.
This is our longest episode, right?
Yeah, that's why
we're giving the people what they want
right now.
Have they asked for more?
Happy sleeping, Chief.
We could just do another episode.
All right.
Boys.
Peace out.
Hey. Love you guys.
We love you,
Chief. Everyone. All right.
Love you, Chief.
Darren.
All right, dude. I haven't. Do you know how long it took me to tell my wife I loved her?
Do I give a fuck?
Look, he just wants to bang you. He's not trying to marry you.
If you see me right now, you would see I do not give a fuck.
All right, I love you, Chief.
Well, all right. Well, you didn't mean it, so whatever. All right, see you guys. Thank you for joining us, by the way. Third episode of the AfterWhores podcast. Thank you, StackMoney, for joining us as well. That was beautiful. Really enjoyed talking to him. Very intelligent guy. And it seems like the levels, from what I've seen on the Discord channel, pretty fucking good. So, all righty. Until next time.
Ciao, everyone.
Peace out.